So settle back into a chair. Take your shoes off. Be comfortable. Going to be here for a little while. So settle into the chair. If you can, put your feet flat on the floor. You can also sit cross-legged somewhere. Find what works for you. Just settling into the chair or settling into wherever you are. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, just lower your eyes. See if you can find a focus point. Notice the soles of your feet. Wiggle your toes. And just notice your breath. In this mindfulness exercise, or progressive muscle relaxation, we're going to start with tensing and releasing different muscle groups. We'll start from our toes, our feet, and move up to our head. In the second part of the mindfulness exercise or the relaxation, we're going to imagine a calmness spreading down from the top of our head. So all I need you to do is just listen to what I'm saying and just give it a go in your own way. So we're going to start with our toes. So scrunch your toes under, curl your toes under, and notice that tension in your feet. Can you notice it in your toes, maybe in the soles of your feet, or maybe even through to your ankles? And then release and return your feet to flat on the floor. We're going to do that again. So curl your toes under and tense. Be aware of how far that tension extends, what it feels like, and then let your feet just settle and relax. This next one, we're going to bend our ankles so our toes are pointed up to the roof. Our heels remain on the floor, and you'll often get a stretch through your shins doing this one. So heels on the floor, toes up to the roof, noticing where that tension is, and then release it and let it go. And notice that that tension is gone. So toes up to the roof again, heels on the ground. Create that tension, and then know that you can just release and let it go. Now we're going to focus on tensing our thighs. So you can do this one of two ways. You can either push your thighs towards each other, or you can push your thighs down into the seat beneath you. So whichever way you'd like to do it is fine. So create that tension, hold it, notice where that tension is, and this time release it as you breathe out. So breathe out and release. Notice what that relaxed feeling feels like, and then when you're ready, create that tension again. So squeeze those thighs towards each other or down into the seat below you. And breathe out and release. So now we're going to tense our butt. So squeezing, creating that tension, noticing what that feels like, and big breath out and just relax into the chair. That's it. Create that tension again. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing while you're tensing. Let's see if we can hold this for a little bit. It's getting uncomfortable. And when you're ready, breathe out and release. Shifting to our core now. What I want you to do for this is imagine pulling your belly button inwards and backwards towards your spine. So sucking that belly button inwards. Right? It's a really, really uncomfortable one. This is my least favourite part of this exercise. My favourite part is this part now where we release it. Just let it all go loose. Let it all relax. Let our core relax. And doesn't that feel good? All right, create that tension again, pulling your belly button inwards and towards the back of the seat. Try to smile through this. Keep breathing if you can. It is very uncomfortable. And when you're ready, release and relax. Letting it go. Moving to our hands now. So make fists with your hands, really, really tight fists. Push your fingernails into your palms if you can. Lock your thumb over the top of your fingers, squeezing so tight. Notice where that tension is going, how far it extends. Can you notice it in your wrists yet? And then let it go. See if your hand opens quickly or quite slowly and just uncurls. Can you still notice any of that tension, or can you notice some sort of feeling? Most likely in the skin on the palms of your hands. So let's create that tension again, making fists really tight. Again, notice how far that tension is extending for you, and breathe out and release. If you want to, just wiggle your fingers a little bit, let them settle. And notice what that relaxed feeling, or how different that relaxed feeling is to that tense feeling. On this next one, we're going to make fists again, but we're going to bring our fists to our shoulders and then lift our elbows up out in front. This will create some tension in our upper arms and also in our forearms. So tensing. And this time as you release, let your arm flop back to your lap. Create that fist again. Bring your fist to your shoulder and lift your elbow up out in front. Do a scan of your arm and even your wrist and your hand, and notice where that tension is. And then as you breathe out, let your whole arm relax and flop back into your lap. See if on each time we release now, you coordinate it or synchronize it with a breath out. So let's do our shoulders now. Again, there's one of two ways you can do this. You can shrug your shoulders up to your ears, or you can push your shoulders and your shoulder blades back towards the chair behind you. So whichever way is most uncomfortable or most comfortable for you or manageable for you to do so. So tense those shoulders, shrug those shoulders or push them back to the chair. Notice what that tension feels like. While you're holding it there, think, do I ever feel this at any time during my day? Do I tend to tense my shoulders when I'm holding on to something? Something negative, something worrying, something concerning? Because this time as you breathe out, relax your shoulders, let them drop. And now, without tensing again, on your next breath out, see if you can release even more. So on your breath out, drop your shoulders, physically drop your shoulders. See if you can let them relax even more and drop down, lower from your neck and lower by your sides. See if on each breath out you can make that relaxation feeling, whether you can create that relaxed feeling for yourself. You breathe in, and as you breathe out, drop your shoulders. All right, let's create that tension once again. So shrugging your shoulders or pushing your shoulders and shoulder blades back into the chair. holding it. Keep breathing. Notice, does that tension creep down your back at all? Into your arms, maybe across your chest even. And when you're ready, breathe out and big relax. Just let it all go. Well done. Now we're going to do our neck. Now all that means is we're just going to turn our head to the left as far as it can go. That's a series of moving muscles and creating that tension. Okay, just turn it as far as you can, and then just release it slowly, turning your head back to the center, and notice that tension is gone. And then turn your head to the right as far as you can, creating that tension. And then releasing that tension, bringing your head back to the center. Now I want you to drop your chin to your chest. While your chin is down there, tilt your head slightly to the left, and you might notice some tension in one shoulder or down one side of your spine a little bit more. So keep your chin down and just tilt it gently to the left. Keeping your chin down, bring your head back to the center and tilt it to the right. Notice how that tension can transfer across to the other side of your spine or shoulder. Keeping your chin down, release that tension, returning your head to the center, and gently bring your head up. With all these exercises, when you're working with your neck, only do what your body is capable of. Now we're going to do some circles with our head. So going in one direction, make big circles with your head, turning gently to each side as you go around, looking up to the ceiling, and then back the other way. Down to the floor, around, up to the ceiling, to the floor. Again, a series of tensing and releasing a lot of muscles. Bring your head back to the center and relax. Now we're going to look or focus on our face. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our faces. We have a lot of muscles in our faces. So we're going to create that tension ourselves. So I want you to start with a frown. Scrunch your eyes up really, really tight. Grit your teeth. Tense your jaw. It doesn't look pretty, but no one can see you. And then on your breath out, release it all. Just let all your facial muscles soften. And notice what that feels like. How different it is to when they are tensed. So frown again. Crease that brow, scrunch up those eyes, tighten those cheeks, grit your teeth, tense your jaw. Notice what that tension is feeling like, and then breathe out and release. Let it all go. Well done. We're through the first part. This second part, while I'm explaining it to you, just focus on the rhythm of your own breathing, just noticing that you're breathing in and then you're breathing out and then you're breathing in again. What we're going to do on this one is imagine that there's a wave of calm that is going to descend through our body. I'll talk you through it. Right. This calm feeling, you could imagine it even to be a colour, or you could imagine it like a warm feeling or a tingly feeling. Just however you want to imagine this peaceful blanket or this peaceful wave coming over you. So bring your attention to the crown of your head. So up on your scalp. Imagine this calmness now just inching its way across your scalp, down behind your ears, across your forehead, softening it as it goes, as it passes through your eyelids. Your eyelids become heavy. They don't necessarily close tightly, they're just resting there. Your cheeks loosen. Just open your mouth a tiny little bit to release your jaw. That calm feeling going down through your face. Softening all those worry lines. Feeling it now descending through the front of your neck and also through the back of your neck. Now we're going to really focus on it, just settling for quite a time in our shoulders. This calm feeling is just being absorbed into your shoulders. So removing any tension, it's just relaxing all those shoulder muscles. Your shoulders are dropping. The calmness has now reached the tips of your shoulders. And we're going to imagine it or feel it run all the way down through our arms very quickly to the tips of our fingers. So down through your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, through your hand and your fingers right to the tips of each and every finger. So wiggle your little finger or little fingers, your ring fingers, your middle fingers, your index finger, and your thumb on each hand. That's how far that calm feeling has gone. So your arms are feeling relaxed and heavy and calm. Your shoulders are calm. We're going to bring our attention now, or our focus, back to the base of our neck. We're going to bring that calm feeling down from our neck now. So bringing it down across our shoulder blades, down each side of our spine, just letting it inch slowly. Notice it filling in the spaces between our ribs. And as it does that, it runs around our ribs to our chest space. So our whole heart space now is feeling so relaxed and calm. It might be that cozy feeling you can feel in your chest. It might be a warm feeling or a cool feeling. But just notice it sitting there, that calm feeling in your whole chest and upper back. Bringing that calm feeling now into your core and letting it run back around to your back and traveling further down your spine, releasing any tension in your lower back, any discomfort or pain. Just notice that it's just releasing, diminishing. Let that calm feeling drop into your hips. So your upper body from your waist up is so relaxed. Your shoulders are dropping. You're relaxing into the seat. This calmness is sitting in your hips. Bringing it around now into your thighs. Relaxing those thighs. Letting them become heavy and relaxed. Bring the calmness down to each of your knees. Holding it there for just a minute, because once it goes past your knees, it's going to drop very, very quickly through your calves and shins and into your ankles. So let it go and notice that calm feeling. It's all the way down now, all the way to your ankles. Notice your ankles relaxing. Notice that calm feeling settling in your heels. That heavy feeling. As I said earlier, it might be also a warm feeling for you, or a cool feeling, a tingly feeling. Now from our heels and our ankles, let's send it both along the tops of our feet and along through the soles of our feet, all the way to the tips of each of our toes. Notice how heavy and relaxed your feet are feeling now. This calmness is over your whole body. Bringing your attention back now to the rhythm of your breathing and just noticing that on each breath out, you are relaxing even more. So give yourself a little minute now to relax and focus on the breathing, on your rhythm, breathing it in and breathing it out. On every breath out, relax. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to noticing the rhythm of your own breathing. And noticing that relaxed feeling. So sitting with that calmness now, just start noticing a little bit more or sensing a little bit more about the environment around you. Notice the light and shadows beyond your eyelids. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Be aware of any sounds that may be coming from inside of or outside of the room you're in. Notice any background noise. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. And when you're ready, open your eyes and just sit for a while.